2022 Honda NT1100. Honda's lineup has holes in it, the hole they had managed to fill in the past. It is shaped like a bicycle for all seasons and all trips. Not too heavy or too small bore, so not a mainstay tourer, but around 1000 cc. Something comfortable and touring-oriented but not an adventure bike, so many trunk and full fairing options but unconventional suspension and wheels. Something like a good size, versatile enter Honda NT1100 2022. The NT stands for New Touring. Every Honda model designation has a meaning, and the NT1100 joins the long and most famous line of Honda sport tourers. Bikes as diverse as the iconic VFR 750 and 800, the ironic VFR 1200, the underrated CBF 1000, the splendid Blackbird, the unloved first-generation Crossrunner. The most forgotten Pacific Coast PC800, and of course the adored NT700V Dulval. There was no manual transmission at launch. We can only imagine how good the manual NT1100 would be with a quickshifter. Power and torque. 100 bhp, 75.7 kW at 9,250 revolutions per minute. '77 lb-ft, 104.4 Nm at 6,250 revolutions per minute. And it's a fine machine. Not very powerful or have a confusing mid-range, but flexible, surprisingly agile and, above all, very civilized. It's easy to look at the power figures and take them for granted, because they are, the NT11 is the least impressive of all its competitors, losing 17 bhp to the Tracer 9 GT and losing 50 bhp to Suzuki. The GSX-S 1000 GT, and certainly doesn't get Yamaha's impressive mid-range spike or Suzuki's high-end push. A quick word or few about the transmission. All NT11s launched are models equipped with DCT Honda clutch-less dual-clutch transmission, so we can't tell how light the clutch level action is, what gear shifts are like, or what an NT weighs 238 kilograms in comparison. With 248 kilograms feels like. To me this is a fairly important element of engine control and dynamics, and, with Honda unable to provide an explanation for the absence of a conventional transmission bike for test rides. This is a significant limitation for the introduction of the new model. It's like being invited to a party and discovering it's just a soft drink. The DCT is Honda's clever piece of engineering. It's basically the motorcycle equivalent of an automatic car. The bike decides when to change gears for you depending on the riding mode setting you choose, 3 levels of Sport and 1D. Or you can switch bike options using the pair of up and down paddles on the left bar. There's no clutch, no shift lever, and no lag, and, for the most part, slow, smooth shifting of throttle at minute openings. About the NT1100, this is the bike they want to make at the price they want to sell. Re-engineering existing powertrains and chassis such as the Africa twin chain drive into axle drive means effectively redesigning the entire motorcycle. This would require a new transmission, power delivery, frame, subframe, dynamic ride, suspension, swing arm, a complete new axle drive system. Weight will go up, power will go down, and costs will tilt. The Shafty's African twins don't always make financial or technical sense. At the heart of the NT1100 is affordability, and considering its features and specs, it's a great value. Twenty 2022 Honda NT1100 Economy. Honda claims 56.5 mpg for the NT1100. With a 20.4-liter fuel tank, that's a theoretical range of 250 miles for empty, or 200 miles for spare. After a dank but fairly winding launch ride of 160 miles, almost exclusively mid-throttle in third and fourth gear, the NT ride said it did 41.5 mpg, 150 for spare and 186 for empty. Not brilliant, but acceptable. The handling, suspension, chassis and the way it manages drops around slippery roundabouts and midday traffic is impressive. The adaptation period of a new rider with the NT1100 can be measured in milliseconds. Ride a bike and instantly feel as if you've been riding it for years. Familiarity means a lot when it comes to finding confidence in your riding companion. 2022 Honda NT1100 spec capacity 1084 cc bore x/92.0 x 81.5 mm. Engine layout 270 degrees parallel twin engine details liquid cooled, 8-valve, Unicam SOHC. Power 100 bhp, 75 kilowatts, at 9,250 revolutions per minute. Torque 77 pound-feet, 104 Newton meters, at 6,250 revolutions per minute.